What's going on, everybody? This is Professor Crypto Banana, and today I am going to be talking to you about LiquidDriver. This is a yield farming project out there on the Fantom Ecosystem, and in case you don't know, I'm a big fan of Fantom. It's similar to an Avalanche and a Solana, got very low gas fees, so I love it. Super fast, lower market cap, but still 45 on coin market cap. Great community, and bigger players are starting to take notice. So I'm a big fan of the ecosystem in and of itself. And they wanted to bring, the ecosystem, Fantom, wanted to bring in more projects, so they gave an incentive program. So you're going to see a lot of decentralized exchanges and also yield farming projects out there on the system working together. And I'm going to let you know why I like LiquidDriver in particular. But before we get started, I have to let you know, I'm not a financial advisor, so do not do what I do. If you do, you're going to lose all your money, you're going to lose your house, your mama house is going to be really bad. These are just my opinions. It is not financial advice, not investment advice, and as always, please do your own research. Double check my work, look at it for yourself, regardless of whatever is discussed. Always look, research more, and always let me know if I got something wrong. But with that being said, let's get started. Class is now in session. Let's get it. So I'm going to share my screen with you. So this is how the website looks like. I don't think it's really anything special. It tends to have the same template that you're used to from PancakeSwap. Maybe they even took it. Don't even know. Cool color scheme though. I do like that. But what I care most about for me is the yields, and then also kind of like the developers and where they're going with this. So as I mentioned, I'm already a big fan of Fantom, and then I'm looking at the yields. Now for me, when I see something where it's super high yield, I get sketched out. I go, whoa, so you promising me 20,000%? Okay, that's too much. However, if it's 50%, 60%, 100%, 200%, you got my attention. Higher risk, higher reward. I'm going into that knowing that. So when you take a look, there are some pretty decent rewards. So you can see right here, they got some dual yield going on here. Dual yield? What are you talking about, Professor? So the token for LiquidDriver is LQDR, and FTM is for Fantom. Okay? So if you help provide liquidity, and we can go over the details about what liquidity is later on, but if you provide liquidity for it, then you're going to get rewarded in the token LiquidDriver. Also in Spirit, which is a decentralized exchange token, and then LiquidDriver token again, but it comes from the fees that are accumulated from the decentralized exchange of Spirit. So this is Spirit land. So this is Liquid. Let's start. Spirit is a decentralized exchange. Let's see, right here. So if you don't know, you go on there, you swap, you do stuff. So as I said, template, you can see right here they almost got the same template, right? But you go in there and you exchange, and then they collect fees. Alright, now the number one decentralized exchange by market cap is SpookySwap, right? So then they got a lot going on here, cool art. Certain people prefer a different one. I'm a big fan of SpookySwap, but when it comes to the gains, I'm all for Spirit. So you can look at CoinGecko. All three are listed out there. The way how I see it is LiquidDriver, as I said, Fantom incentivized. You have to have a certain threshold. So LiquidDriver came in and said, hey, Spirit Swap, hey, SpookySwap, can we all three work together so that it's not a competition, but we all lock in some funds and then we all get this incentive? Yeah. So this is how I see that they did. So LiquidDriver is just the yield farming in and of itself, but then there's a decentralized exchange of SpookySwap and Spirit Swap. Those are the two big players currently on the map on the Fantom, similar to Trader Joe on Avalanche, or maybe a Radium and Serum on Solana. So think of it that way. So the fact that they're partnered up, I like that. Now here's a look at the price charts. Came out May 26th. Probably my suspicion is Bitcoin dumped here, and then Fantom really just blasted off. This is probably around the same time as Solana, just practically matched it, and then Bitcoin dropped recently. Now it's at about 43,000 roughly on September 30th, in case you're watching this a little bit in the future. which is present for you now, so whatever. So yeah, this is price. Cool. All right, Professor, let's get to it. So this is more of the spirit side, okay? And then Spooky Island, this is more of the spooky swap side on the yields. So I don't deal necessarily too much because the yields are lower and you get rewarded in liquid and also in wrapped Fantom, surprisingly. I may be playing with this if you were to get Boo tokens, which is the token for spooky swap, but they give wrapped Fantom, so I go personally more to the spooky swap side just directly and deposit it there. But anyways, looking at this, the yields over here, quite great. Get LiquidDriver, the token, and then you also get Spirit. Now I have different strategies, which I will talk about later on how you can play this, but primarily it's like, well, you can look at these other rates, and yeah, they're still pretty healthy. They're still quite juicy if that's for your risk appetite. Be aware of impermanent loss, so we'll talk about that later. Man, we got a lot to talk about, so let's see if we can go a little bit faster here. So you can take a look at their Twitter page. LiquidDriver, it's got 22,000 followers, and as you can tell, they're doing updates. They're working with Spell, so Abracadabra Money. If you've seen them on Elio trades, this is gearing up to be a bigger thing, and LiquidDriver is working with them, so that's always a good sign for me. You can see that like, they got updates coming out, and the reason why I actually got into this was shout out to Fantom Community Alerts, Austin. He posted up a video about this showing this project, and that's actually what got me into this. So in case you don't know, Fantom Community Alerts, this is somebody that works a lot with the developers on the Fantom side. Does a lot of YouTube videos and really knows a lot about the projects up and coming, and it's a good guide. So definitely check out his channel as well. Does weekly episodes and does even AMAs with a lot of projects, so Fantom Unchained, so go check that out. So that's always a good sign to see, you know, one of the bigger members on the Fantom side given the AOK, but again, do your own research, double check. They are not docs. I think the project has been audited, so you know, go in the Telegram group and talk. The Telegram group, it seems to, yeah, they always seem to have somebody in there, or they'll probably get back to you in a certain amount of time. It doesn't have that many, you know, like members in there going like, hey, to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. It's more like, hey, is this a mission happening? Oh yeah, it is. So you can look at it on Fantom Scan. Yeah, everything seems to be working. All right, this is, you know, how it's going. It's to me, it's almost the most anti-hype thing. My personal opinion. It's almost the most anti-hype. It's just like, hey, we got some developments coming on. Okay, they'll be coming out at maybe the next half week to a week. Cool. Hey, cool. By the way, it got released. Yay! Hey, what about this? Where's that? Oh yeah. Okay, we'll clean that up real quick. Boop boop. Done. No, all right. It's just, and personally, that's what I like to see. I don't necessarily like to see the hype, the pump and dump. It's just steady development progress. Get my yields. Good to go. Good to go. So you can check out their documentation here. They talk about the whole tokenomics about it. It's kind of complicated when I look at it. If I had to simplify it, is just be aware that it is an inflationary token. So they work with, they do work with the decentralized exchanges and with different pairs as well. And they do give out rewards. However, there's not a set like supply limit of LiquidDriver. It increases. However, what you can do is they incentivize users or people to actually lock it up. So you have the ability to select how long you want to do it for. Now the longer you lock it up, the more rewards you get. So probably if you do it for 2 years, your APR is going to be 240%. You're going to get rewarded in Liquid, in Boo, in Spirit, and Waka. The combination is going to be 240%. And then you can claim daily. Okay. Now if you do less, let's say you do 2 weeks, it's locked up for 2 weeks, you're not going to get the same 240% APR, maybe, you know, or maybe it'll be greatly reduced. I don't know, double check your numbers. However, once you claim it, you can chuck your liquid back in, and it doesn't reset the clock, I don't believe. It just adds on. So you're going to get X LiquidDriver, and then that's how you get a part of the vault. So do a little bit more research if that was a little bit confusing, but basically you can put money into the farms and then you're going to get liquid tokens back. So then you can choose how you want to do with the liquid tokens. You can go back and try to provide even more liquidity and just do the circular loop. You can always take some of it and just sell it. You can always take some and come over here to LiquidDriver in the kind of like the OGs or the more of the get the revenue sharing and just lock it up for 2 years and maybe get the best yield. Check the numbers and do whatever is best for you. So take a look at their vault strategies and how they do what they do. So we already talked about that. In case, man, you know what we'll do? We'll go over here. I want to show the price chart of Fantom in case you don't know. So currently it's number 50 on CoinGecko. And we will zoom out so you can see right here, got some boops, got some little pumps here and there, and this is where we stand, but number 50 on the ranking. And let's see here, just recently I told you big players are starting to look at this. Altcoin Buzz, just an example. I watch his channel, I like the content that he puts out there, bringing out a lot of altcoin gems and whatnot. 269,000 subscribers, talking about massive potential. Could Fantom be the next Solana? That's his kind of video right there. I even posted out a tweet. I'm just posting, going on my journey. I'm not a crypto expert, but talking about the community. Whew, man, I never got so many retweets and likes. Not that 20 and 7 retweets is a lot, but I was just caught off guard because man, I post up a lot of stuff, But then that one, that was just like bam, bam, bam. People like, hey. So that just goes to show me that the community is behind this. So anyways, without rambling any further, I like this. My strategy personally, no. Good point. Let's talk about risks, yeah? So number one is when it comes to yield farming, a lot. You gotta look at the project developers, if they're good. Could it get hacked? Can always, nothing is perfect. Stuff can get hacked, especially when it's not in the spotlight, and the more people start looking at it, can always get hacked. That's just Sushi Swap maybe got hacked, I don't know, and all the other ones. So always keep in mind that could be a big risk. I take it back. I am always going to remember and think about the risk that it can get hacked. I gotta think about the token price, right? For whatever reason, can always drop, and that's always a concern. Maybe some of the decentralized exchanges could have a problem that could impact the price. I don't know. Something for me to consider. Another thing to consider, and this is a major thing when it comes to yield farming, liquidity providing. How do you even do it? Oh, I should do a whole other guide on that, because that's just in and of itself a unique topic. But I can provide my capital, meaning my money. I say, here you go. This will make the price more stable. It'll keep it better. So if a whale comes along, or somebody in general, and they say, I want to buy LiquidDriver or sell it, it's not just and they lose, because you like to think that, hey, you buy something for that price and it's always at that price, but you can buy so much of it that you throw the whole price off and there's slippage and everything, and you can actually lose money by providing capital. What? So yes, you can say, hey, I'm going to bring 50% LiquidDriver, 50% Fantom, and then price can diverge, goes shh, and then you say, okay, I'd like to take my money out. I was getting the 178% and all that. Nope. What? You get some of it back, but you lost a portion. Huh? It's called impermanent loss. Complicated philosophy. What's the simplest way, how I can put it that I understand? Let's say you have some maybe M&Ms, and you give 50% are yellow and 50% are brown, and maybe everybody loves the brown, and they take the brown, and then you're stuck with the yellow. Unfortunately, you never really liked the yellow, and everybody was trading their yellow M&Ms. They gave it to you, and you got no more brown M&Ms, and you got a ton of yellow, and you hate yellow. It's worth less. Ugh.
But so that's what you're stuck with. But somebody came around and said, well, thanks for, you know, putting up your half and half and willing to share with everybody. So we'll give you a few green M&Ms as a little reward. You're like, I don't care. I got left over with a ton of yellow M&Ms. Even though it's the same number of M&Ms, you got stuck with the less valuable amount. And that's impermanent loss from the way how I see it. Now, if you like both brown M&Ms and yellow, and it's changing certain amounts and whatever, you're like, I don't care at the end of the day what I get, because I'm fine with the amount of M&Ms that I get regardless of the color, and I get some extra green ones as a bonus. Hey, you know. So that's how I see it. So perhaps if you're a big fan, or if I'm a big fan of LiquidDriver and I'm a big fan of Fantom, and both the price go up for both, then you get more considered in like probably liquidity pool priced. So right now it's $4.40. But if both of those go up, meaning LiquidDriver and Fantom price go up, the liquidity pool price also goes up, and those rewards also benefit you more. However, if let's say LiquidDriver tanks like a bee and Fantom goes up and you get that divergence, that is rough, because then you're going to be left with more of the least valuable token, and if LiquidDriver and Fantom go down, your liquidity pool price probably both go down. So somehow I've learned how to understand it, but when it comes to explaining, I can do a better job, and that's for a whole different video. So I'm going to go under the assumption that a lot of people understand. No, I'm going to go under the assumption that I know the liquidity farming and how it all works and beneficial, and that there's a lot of options to pick from, and I like LiquidDriver in particular. And they've also partnered up with Spell, so MIM, which is Magic Internet Money, Abracadabra Money, that type of deal. It's a newer project. Definitely check it out. And they just released this, so I think it's going to be big. It's now on the Fantom side. So instead of, I need to look at the staking aspect of it as well, because with Spell, from what I recall, you could only stake on the Ethereum side, which then means there's gas fees, and that is super high. I don't want to deal with that. However, I could then, if I were to have on the Ethereum side, I had Spell, I could deposit it, maybe deposit other assets, and then get a stable coin, which is paid to the US dollar, so it's $1. So I could take something that is valuable on the crypto side, deposit it, and they say, cool, we'll let you borrow 50% of it, or however much of it. You say, yay, and then you can bridge across different ecosystems from Ethereum to Avalanche to Fantom, do whatever you need to do, and then you got money. You got extra money. So then you still got your regular asset, whatever price it may be, cool, it's doing its thing, but then you can borrow against it and have extra funds to play with, or I'd have extra funds to play with and do stuff. So that is really cool from that perspective. And I think if they can get it where you can deposit Spell and then take out that stable coin on the Fantom side, that could be really huge too. Anyways, I've been going on too much about this. That's all that I got for you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.